Hello, we're here.
Hello.
I still be sitting here. I didn't realize it was that close to 1 o'clock
We
till
were just chitter chattering.
talking about what's coming up for us in 2024. What's going on around you? Not just you, the audience, you, the Jeffrey.
Oh, me?
Mhm.
Well, running very late. I still haven't done the 2024 readings. Um,
They're due.
they'll be out by the end of the year.
You'll be surprised how accurate they are.
So yeah, I think I'm going to get started on that today. And I do daily. So I get a message in the morning when I meditate,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for me and for the collective, and I deliver it, and then I throw a card, or sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
throw more than one. And I do monthly readings for all signs,
Mm-hmm.
and I have meditations available for purchase, and I do healing work, IET and pendulum work, and I've been featured on Nancy's channel and on my channel,
Yeah.
showing you what that's all about. And I do tarot readings, and I make beautiful art. Yay, beautiful art!
Art on your wall. That's not painted on his wall. It's something. If you buy it, he can mail it to you. He can
I
declare.
can mail it, or I can mail a copy.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm
However.
working more on art. I just got acrylic pens. They're fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a magic marker, but it's acrylic. It's really cool.
Oh,
Really
good.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what's going on.
Well, good.
Making art, making the world more beautiful.
That's that's really important. And if you've never seen it, you can go to Jeffrey's website. I didn't have your website, but I did have your. Um,
Well, Ripe Color is my website and my YouTube and my Instagram.
okay, that's how you reach Jeffrey. And Ripe Color is
Excellent.
not his last name, but it's his
Well, it
last.
could be.
It could be no.
No, but it would have to be Ripe Coloroso or Colorosa.
And we wouldn't spell it any better than we do most Mexican words on this side of the border. So,
No, they spell color like color. Color.
oh, they don't put an U in it.
No, no, that's British.
I
It's
am.
color. And also they pronounce every letter. Every
Mhm.
single letter is pronounced. So they say ripe color, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. But anyway.
So that's Jeffrey's world. Well, my world is I'm back. I can mostly walk after my tumble I took on the 23rd, which when you have titanium knees and you fall on your knees, it's a deal. Um, and I kind of took a little time off, went and did a few things over the holidays, but I had to cancel some people. So I'm rescheduling now. So if you got bumped or moved or anything else, let me know. I'm still doing my 12-month readings. And I do them till the end of January, and they're very interesting this year. They're really, really uh, lots of fun. I haven't had anybody who had a bad one yet. But the thing we're working, Jeffrey, the reason Jeffrey, I invited Jeffrey today, but Jeffrey and I, if you don't know it, Jeffrey and I teach tarot. We teach a 6-week class in tarot, and you get not just one perspective on how to read cards, you get two. And yes, and Jeffrey does. He doesn't read reverses. I do. We both see some things very differently because we come out of different schools. So it's really kind of getting two classes for one. And when uh, and we had two classes last time, one in the day and one in the evening, and we went to doing the one in the evening because it seemed to have the fewest dropouts, and it was easier for Jeffrey and I to work the timing out on it. And it's going to start on January 23rd.
Yay.
Hey,
And
and
all the information is
it's
below
right.
on your right
Is
and
all
on my
the information is going to get rid of Jeffrey Hyde. Is on the www.crystalsdirections.com. Go to the shop. It's all in there. And it says, and we kind of limit the class. I think I've got it limited to 10. I could expand it to 15, but I just want to make sure that everybody who takes the course learns how to read. Now, we did have two classes last time, and they have combined, people from both those classes have combined, and they now created their own thing, which I have nothing to do with. I'm innocent. Um, it's a it's a class where they practice on each other and they practice reading and learning things. And I know they're doing it because every once in a while they write me back and say, we took notes, but we didn't get clarification on this. The other thing I'll tell you about my class, we use a Rider-Waite deck. You can get a little small individual one, the mini card one. Yes, that's the deck, but and in English if you're on our side of the
Yeah,
world.
mine is in Spanish. Nancy sent me the Spanish version, but it's the
Yeah.
same image.
Mm-hmm.
So the Knight of Wands is Caballo de Bastos.
Oh, what can I say? And but every week I get to send you a group of PDFs that you can print at home or print wherever you can get a PDF printed. But it gives you all the documentation. We do a lot of pictures. We do a lot of, this is what this card should look like. And we talk about special things in it. And we also go into
right numbers. We talk about the
right.
iconography. We talk about we do the whole fool's journey. The fool's journey is
Mm-hmm.
the path through the cards of the majors and how one leads to another, to another, to another, and how they relate to one another. It's a very intensive class, and people really enjoy it.
And they learned it.
And you learn it, and you get to practice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about cards is just like everything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And the more you do it, the more your intuition opens.
Mm-hmm.
So that you know what to make for dinner.
Yeah, come over and help me. I'm doing air fryer chicken wings. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do today, we're going to start with your questions, and we only had 2 new questions posted at the bottom. So if you're wondering, are there questions? Can I post them? Yes, and we changed it. Now you can post your questions. Write them in capitals. If you don't write them in capitals, I'm not going to be responsible for not seeing them, guys, because I do enough here. I have a big enough headache. After we do your questions, and Jeffrey's going to help me answer your questions, and some of them are really interesting. 2 of them are. Well, they all are, except 2 of them I don't have all the details. I picked up 2 off the end of the chat last time. And these are the questions. This is the first question I picked up, and I don't know how much we can do with this, but what I decided to do was to do I have a message for my ancestors? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do red hat cat. Okay, whatever. I'm going to pull from the Talking with Heaven, and this will be a message from someone on the other side that you knew in this life, but they're also part of your ancestral path. So that's what I'm going to pull and give you. So I didn't ignore your question, but I didn't write down enough of it when I had to translate it into a question for here that I could make much sense of it. Maybe this is exactly what the universe wants you to know. Oh, here it is. This is a great one. It's we are so connected. You see all of the connections and all of the bubbles and the bubbles and the beads and the beads, and how this translates for James von Prague, who I love this deck because it really makes doing mediumship much easier, especially when you're jumping from mediumship into reading cards regularly. And it's we are so connected. I've been able to review my life here in heaven, and I've seen how perfectly everything we do is woven together. There are no accidents, no wrong turns. Everything makes sense now. I wanted to give you the exciting news in my life review. I saw you and I were strong soul connections throughout our lifetimes, and we've been each other's teachers, sometimes in unpleasant ways. So this is probably someone you mashed heads with occasionally within your family group. Several times. In this lifetime, we are magnetically drawn together because we had mutual work to do for ourselves and personally and for others. And now that I'm here, I'm connected with you and remain strong. Just like when we were in our living bodies, our thoughts are in sync with one another. We often think of each other simultaneously. So think of me now, whoever's the first person that comes in your mind about this now, and know that I'm doing about the same for you. And it's always with love. And what I saw when I was reading about that card is this was someone you were attached to as a child. I didn't feel sibling. I felt more like cousin or close friend of the family. And you remained friends into your adult life. But you were an anathema to each other at times. So what'd you get, Jeffrey?
I get really move forward. I get like they're giving you confidence to move forward,
Mm-hmm.
really move forward and let go of the past, move forward into the future,
Mm-hmm.
and grab hold of your passion and act on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this, like a rah rah. There's a very like rah rah. Yes, we're with you. Yes, go do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about everyone else and what everyone else is thinking and doing and saying. It's like go with your instinct and go out and grab what it is you want.
So
Nice, really nice.
yeah, that's a good lesson for you. So we got another past lifey sort of thing. This person just wants to know about a past life. So what I'm going to use, because it's going to be quick, is the past life deck done by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. And if you've not seen these cards before, I'm going to switch to my table. You can keep doing what you're doing, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm just shuffling.
Okay. See, Jeffrey's just go. And I got the past life garden out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 3 cards out of the past life deck into the past life garden. Just to reinforce this, and we'll see what we get. I'm asking for you for a role in your past life. Okay, Father. Oh, you were a farmer. You were a baby on a farm, and um, you've always kind of been drawn to certain parts of farm living, but not being on a farm. I think it would be too isolated for you in this life. But in that one, you were very strongly connected to your father. You didn't live very long because you show up here as a baby. Let's see. Did you ever have any? No, you never. Cards don't show you progressing. What I see is that it was a very happy place for you to have grown up. That may be why you like visiting farms. It wasn't a farm that got burnt down in a war or anything like that. Matter of fact, I think it may have been a fairly 1800s American farm. What'd you get, Jeffrey?
I also got use. Look, I got so this is really one of the cards of youth in a way. All the
Mm-hmm.
pages are really very
Mm-hmm.
young, and I feel like you're trying. You when you were talking about the farm thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, okay, I got the Wheel of Fortune. So
Mm-hmm.
this is about changing one's destiny. I feel like it's, what it feels like. It feels like you're trying to make peace with it, right, in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and rebalance it. So what I'm getting is. It's kind of like, okay, well, you have this energy of the farm thing and maybe nature, and then now maybe you're living in a city and you're trying to like incorporate some of that nature thing or grow flowers or grow vegetables
Mm-hmm.
now to like attach yourself to the earth in a way
Mm-hmm.
that you feel missing, and that's where the balance comes in. Yeah, and pay attention to your ideas, pay attention to your flashes of inspiration, because that'll lead you toward. So, like for me, I've always wanted a garden, and now I have a garden. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn, so for me, rats and pigeons were wildlife, and well, I mean, that's the truth.
Oh, I know.
And now it's like I want, I'm like something also for me is calling me back to, growing something. So I'm going to go down to one of the mercados and get like a tomato plant and rosemary and start growing things because it's very healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very healing. And I feel like there's messages coming toward how you could be more in touch with the natural world.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Yeah, also very young. I got the very young. When you said
Yeah.
that, that was the first card I threw. I was like, oh, young. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, considering that the average lifespan for most adults was like 41,
Yeah,
that's
that would be
to
like
you and I
old.
to you and I that would read as very young.
Well, I
Me.
mean, it was a different time. People, they
Mhm.
didn't have medicine and, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, I hope that Sharon. So I meditate on plants and how I connect to plants, and if the more you think about it, the more images will come back up from that time for you. Okay, and then we're going to the next question, which is this came in last night. A few days ago, a woman appeared in my bedroom wearing a white robe. I didn't see her face, who she was, and nor did I know what she wants. She disappeared, but my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. So Jeffrey and I discussed this one earlier, and we both had the same impression.
Yeah. And it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, initially I got like it was an angel or your guardian angel.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a real protective energy. That's what I really got right away. It's a protective energy. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
it's a protective energy. Let's see what else we got.
I'm going to pull a card out of Angels and Oracles, which is a new Oracle deck I have, and it's really nice. And we'll see if we can figure out what the role was that angel had in your
Yeah.
room.
Okay.
They were there healing you. It was an energy healing,
How beautiful.
and it says holistic well-being, thriving, and vibrating, and vibrant for you. So I'm going to read a little more about that card. That's the first card in this deck. Didn't you do good? What you got, Jeffrey?
Okay. I got moving forward into the future,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
this is really interesting. I mean, you can't really see it, but this is actually water. So he's down at the shore.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking forward to the future. It's kind of the international card sometimes in this
Mm-hmm.
creative way. But also, he's down at the shore, so he's letting go of what he doesn't need anymore. It's almost like he's emptying his pockets and throwing it in the river so that he can receive new things. And what I'm getting this feeling that, they're coming to visit and you're not used to it. You're sort of like a little freaked out by it, but this is the new way. A lot of people's intuition is really opening up right now. And I think that's what's happening for whoever asked the question. And
Mm-hmm.
like, stop telling yourself it's not happening because it is. It's your own light. It's your own light leading you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the wisdom of the light of your soul, because that's what your higher self and what your guardian angel is really connected to. It's the wisdom of the light of your soul, and it's a slow process. This is a slow process, right? He's a
Mm-hmm.
scholar, so it's this energy of like, I'm going to dig, I'm going to dig, I'm going to dig, and it's like, if I don't find that book by the end of the week, I'm going to keep on digging until I do find that, light, until I do find that energy. So
Mm-hmm.
it's nice, but it definitely feels like process.
Yeah, that's what the definition of this card, which is the green healing light, and it's the Archangel Chamuel. And that's Chamuel.
Uh, uh, Hamuel.
Oh, okay. I don't speak Hebrew, so forgive me, all you people. Um, Hamuel means the eyes of God, leading many to think of him as the archangel who can help you find anything. This might mean your soulmate, it might mean your car keys. However, we thank Hamuel for the many deeper purposes in our lives. He is the archangel or personal and global peace. Maybe they're just coming to tell you it's going to get quieter and more joyful. When we find peace, there is space for happiness to come through. In a way, the eyes of God's helps us see our way to happiness. The color green, sometimes like this described as electric green, is the color of enthusiasm and change. At its finest, the light green is seen around children giggling because they're fully present with joy. The light green is such an infectious energy that's often described as optimistic, creating zest for life. When the light green is seen in a person's aura, it means that they're becoming healthier. So maybe they were just coming to shine a little health into your life.
Mm-hmm.
That may have
And
been why your heart jumped.
right, the light green energy, think about it, it's like the beginning of spring, and when you first see the buds coming up, and it's
Mm-hmm.
that yellowy, bright green, it's like, oh, life, oh, fertility,
Mm-hmm.
oh, expansion, oh, it's
New
like that.
stuff. Right.
That's the energy of that color. Yeah, nice,
Okay.
very nice.
And the next question, and then we'll go to ones that are in the chat if there are any, and we'll look at the chat. But it's Lilac Heaven 24. Will I be successful starting a spiritual business? And I'm going to go back to my table because I'm going to lay out a few different cards for us to see that. Okay.
What are you doing, Lilac Heaven? Are you doing Reiki? You're doing some sort of hands-on. Are you doing a hands-on healing thing?
I don't know. Successful business.
I shuffled.
And you got the same cards. Because that
Well,
kind
not all, but I got one of the same cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ready to go, Jeffrey? You want me to go?
Yeah, I mean, I got the 7. So this is about
Mm-hmm.
confidence, being knowing you have the high ground, not
Mm-hmm.
listening to all the chitter chatter. You have the high ground,
Mm-hmm.
you're in a good position. And then I have the 4, which is really about stability. This is about being at home. So this could be a home-based business. But also, you know what I feel with this card a lot of times? I was just talking to somebody about it yesterday. This is about being at home with oneself. This
Mm-hmm.
is about not only being at home in the physical aspect of home, but being at home with one's body, being at home with one's spirit, being at home, and being comfortable and safe and secure and being able to build from there, right? And then I
Mm-hmm.
got Hermit again, which is like you're being led toward this. You're being led toward this. You already
Mm-hmm.
know you're led toward it. Um, yeah, you put up boundaries. And you're being led by your intuition. You're not really sure where it's going, but it's okay. You're not really sure where it's going. You'll get clear. Don't worry. I didn't
Okay.
mean to throw 6, but that's what happened.
That's okay. 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 I got it took you a long time to come to terms about really doing this and feeling whole and ready to do it. This is the past. And then you were hanging around trying to decide. And then everything going forward is go forward. You got 2 nights on this reading. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is you've done the planning you need to do. It's all there. You need to make it go. And it is going to be in the don't get freaked about the 10 of swords being here. It means you're ending your whole old way of life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of your hesitancy is if I do this and jump here, then I won't have what I used to be, and you can always go back to that. You won't want to, but and it's just it's this card reversed. That's the Knight of Wands, who's Knight of Endeavor and Knight of Business and stuff. Not as much as you got the business guy, but this is that it's your passion. When you just don't even think about that, it's not your passion. It's what you've wanted to do for a long time. Go ahead with it, and it looks like it's going to be a good deal for you. So that looks good. And now we have a lot of people that showed up in the comments. And I'm just
It
trying
feels
to.
like it's your calling.
It is. And
It feels
that's
like
why
it's
you're
your
taking
calling.
your time getting into it. And I think
Yeah.
you've done it before in another life. Okay. We're going to go to. Oh, and we got a comment from Sharon, the one who we saw on the farm. She loves gardens and natures in general. She lives in the San Fernando Valley near Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gone to a lush place. So
Mm-hmm. There are answers there in the garden for you.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a place that you can feel calm. Okay. Laura Newby, I feel a huge change coming into my life for absolute good. What do you see? Okay, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to make my screen bigger so because I can't really see the
I
comments
can,
in it.
okay, wait a minute. Let me do it this way. Does this help?
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I like your background, by the way.
Yes. Okay. I think it's for good because you've gone through a period of really feeling weak and not strong. You weren't tied into your own strength, but now you're coming much more into your own command, wanting to take care of your finances and run things and still maintain a sense of the person you were that lived with the wonder you had as a child. And it's also you've gotten rid of something that falls under the concept of OCD behavior or things where you obsess on it instead of deal with it, and you're just ready to charge forward. So I see. I think it's a change coming, and it is good because I asked you had a good change coming. So what you get, Jeffrey?
I got really good cards too. I got the farmer also. So it's like you've already planted the seeds and now you're waiting for
Mm-hmm.
them to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Two of Wands, which is a great card. This is about expansion. This
Mm-hmm.
is about, moving forward into the future, with a new idea, with new opportunities, standing on love, because this baton is sitting on top of roses, standing on love with the
Mm-hmm.
world in his hands. It's like, I see a bright future. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's half of it, half of the battle or half of the energy is like, well, I think it's going to work. If you go into something, it's like, then, not so good. And I also got the Four, which is great because it's like, well, I'm going to be really practical about this. I'm going to look at it really carefully and I'm going to be really practical. And, if I want to move forward with it, it's like, I'm not going to sell the house to do it. I'm going to be really practical, which is good
Mm-hmm.
because pentacles both are in the physical world. So it's really good, really good. This is like the card of expansion.
Yeah, that's a card of endeavor and creating new things. So it looks good for you, Laura. Hope it works out that way. Let's see what else we got down here. You can see how much you can learn from Jeffrey and I because we both see the cards kind of differently, but the same, and we're looking at the same thing. Okay.
Well, that's the thing about cards is that they all have, I don't know, 40 interpretations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anybody says, "Oh, it's this one thing."
Oh,
No.
please. It changes every day for me.
Cards on each side of it, and cards above it, and cards below it. Okay. Mimi, what do my guides suggest I look for in 2024? Let's see. Which cards are going to use? I'm going to use these. Okay.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You ready to go, Jeff, or you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
The past, like a really lovely remembrance of the past. What did you love to do as a child? What did you love to do as a child that made you really happy and really safe and secure and comfortable? What is that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Rediscover and dive in. Okay. And then I have the Empress. It's going to grow. It's really fertile. It's really abundant and creative and fun and artistic and flowing, really flowing, flowing, flowing.
Mhm.
And the thing is, you have to watch yourself. It's like, oh, I can't do it. It's not going to work. You got to get out of this. Get out
Mhm.
of that, because that's where the angel is. You have to go through this piece of it saying, I can't do it. And it's like, you have to hear that voice and say, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm going to put you away, and then invite the angel in. And also, this is Raphael, but this is about rebalancing. So maybe there's something, maybe you love finger painting when you were a kid. I don't know, I'm just
Mhm.
giving an example. And it's like, okay, well, I want to work with my hands. I want to make something, and I'm going to incorporate it into the way the world is now. Or I love to fly a kite because it made me go outside, and I really want to be outside more. But I feel like you already, like your soul already knows what it is, and you reach back into the past to access it. It's very
Mhm.
nice. That's very nice. The Empress and Temperance, nice reading, really nice.
Okay. So I pulled these 5 cards for you and said you thought about this a lot last year, and at one point you tried to make something move forward, and you started to look at it, and then you decided no, but you're beginning to understand how to build your own structure in your own world, and that's where you're headed to. And you've let go of a lot of the honest. This is the most common definition of the moon. It's depression. It's the stuff we stick inside and don't let go of. I think you've done a lot of releasing, which is letting you move forward. And your only problem right now is you're so close. You just have to quit thinking you can orchestrate the whole thing yourself.
Mhm.
You have to let go and run it, because she's just sitting there, the Empress. All of the wonderful, warm things you want to do are just sitting there. So I pulled one more card for you, and this is from a deck called the Language of Flowers, and it's made on its definitions of the language of flowers that were part of the Elizabethan age, and then somewhat pulled into the Victorian age. And it says the answers are always clearer for those who look. So I think last year you started to look and you went, nope, I don't think I want that. And now you've worked on a lot of releasing stuff, finding new things. And where I suggest you look is in that little dark corner you weren't giving yourself permission to go and become part of. Okay? And that looks good, Mimi. So,
Yeah, yeah. And it's kind of like maybe, it's like sit and say to your high, get quiet, go into your heart, invite in your guardian angel, invite in your spirits and say, help me to become clear. Help me to
mhm.
become clear.
Okay. And do you want to take this question, Jeffrey? And I'm going to go down and see how many questions we have further down. And I'm going to
Sure.
tell you if we can take any more,
What do I
because
need
I
to hear
hate for
today?
people to be. It's what do I need to hear today? Please and thank both of you for happy.
Oh, I was like, ease. I
No,
was
it
like,
took me a while to
huh?
translate that one too.
I was like, that's a little odd. Be practical. Look at things in a really practical way.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost the cameraman. Sometimes I feel like he's holding a camera. It's like I'm going to look at everything really carefully. And I'm not going to overspend. I'm going to be really clever and smart. And I'm not going to overspend or overdo. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
keep it to myself for a little bit. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to like look at it in a really solid, practical way. I'm not going to like go out of, be really practical and solid.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sometimes we're in a mood, and then like, yeah, look around. It's like I have a place to live, I have people in my life, my health is relatively good, I have food to eat, like get into that, into the gratitude of that, and then build from that. Because I think, in the West we have this notion, it's like, well, if I don't get that new washing machine, if I don't get that new car, that new sweater or whatever, then oh, I need to have this other cable TV. It's like, no, 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 look at what you have. Be really
Mm-hmm.
practical, be really grateful, and sit in that, like sit
Mm-hmm.
in that. and then decide, what flower you want to plant, so to speak. I know we're talking a lot about plants and flowers today.
Because that's going to be the tone of 2024, watching things grow. Okay, I'm going to pull an Angels and Aura card to see what you need to hear today. And this one fell out. You're looking for some blessings in disguise. Isn't that pretty? And it says trust, revelation, significance, and surprise. And the long-term reading on this, and I tend to go to what's written by the people who write these books. And this was Radley Valentine, who's one of my favorite card designers as well as reader. He's a very good reader. And Dougal Fraser. Dougal Fraser's an expert in angels and color and aura. Blessings in disguise. Your thing is you're good at taking lemons and making them into lemonade. You're rocking a solid faith that everything happens for a reason and it will all turn out for the best, serves you well. You're aware that even something challenging has wisdom and opportunity for your spiritual growth. When things don't go as planned, you search for the other possibilities and they're suddenly presented to you. When the divine closes a door, somewhere it opens a window and you're there in the right place at the right time. Isn't it like a cute little girl?
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. She's getting confetti. It's blowing out of a balloon.
That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. That would be a fun thing to go do. Okay. So our next person is here. Okay. Celtic Seer, what past life is are you playing with right now? Celtic Seers like me, Jeffrey, she's got a zillion of them. So
say it again.
She's had a zillion lives. She's a lot like me. And she's from the old country, my old country, Ireland.
I didn't think you meant Illinois.
No. No. Well, it is my old country too, but. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, what you got, Jeffrey?
All right. So I do my 3 cards. Sometimes the 3 card becomes one little story. I got El Rey de Bastos. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands takes full responsibility. The King of Wands takes full responsibility for his passion, for his creativity. He owns up to his own side of the street, whether he did it right or whether he did it wrong. That's who the King of Wands is, right? Then I get, this is also one of my past life cards, actually. I get the 6, and this is really about going to a safe place, leaving the past behind. This is what I really got. Leave the past behind and move forward into the future that's more fertile, that's more calm, that's more that has more opportunity. The past is the past. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. This is Lot's wife. Don't turn around. Toward the sun, which is fantastic. The sun is, maybe the sun is the best card in the deck. The sun is about abundance and fertility and freedom and growth and nourishment and spiritual information and clarity. But I think the key is I've taken responsibility for all I have and haven't done in the past. And that's done. I'm moving forward into the future with the help of my ancestors toward a place that's more calm, that's more fertile, that has more opportunity. That's where the light is. It's not, the key here is you don't turn around. Oh, the way it used to be 20 years ago. No. Here, now, move forward. That's the energy.
Okay, the past life I see you were involved with wars and battles, and you've been an old soul and a seer because of your galactic lineage, because of what you carried from the other realms, the ET realms, which I'm not good at. You want to talk about that? Call Dr. Gail.
Yeah,
She's never
I'm not.
shown.
That's not my
She
shtick
doesn't
either.
show on Saturday. She knows what ship you came in on and what color it was. I don't do that. You were Native American. Something about having been part of wars and battles among Native Americans, and you were part of persecutions and inquisitions. So some things that are happening around you have that whiff of we could be in trouble again. And I think it's telling you that that's all in the past.
Mhm.
And you need to build positively out of the person you were that got cut off in this time. That spirit of that person is now coming through big time because it didn't, obviously, they don't kill us. But I think the one that you really is to not fall into the, am I part of being persecuted, or is this an inquisition? It's not. You just need to move forward.
Right.
You've
Just
got
get
all
on that boat.
right. Get on that boat.
Get on
Move
that
to the
boat.
next good though.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, such light questions today. I haven't spoken to my brother in years due to what he and family did to me. Now I seem to be seeing his spirit. What is he trying to tell me? Is he passing on? Well, I'm going to do the talking to heaven. What are you going to use, Jeffrey?
My cards. What am I going to use?
Okay.
Oh, wait. I should. I mean, I could use my pendulum, but I don't know how to. It's too involved. It's not like a yes or no. It's.
Yeah, this is a complicated thing. So this will tell us
Right.
the
So this
talking.
is. I mean, I asked if he's passing, and I got a no. What I get is he wants to make peace. That's what I got.
Mhm.
What? You'll have to believe me.
It's hard to show pendulums on the screen.
He wants to make peace. That's what he wants.
Because of another death around him. Someone near him died that he hadn't made peace with. So now he's figuring out that's not the way to do it. So again, we'll see. Oh, I have two cards fell out instead of my usual one. This is talking to heaven. And the first card is we've been together in dreams. So I think that's an affirmation that what you're dreaming about is him. And he said, I'm here trying to help you. And I do think it's that he lost someone close to him that he hadn't bothered to mend fences with. He always thinks there's going to be a tomorrow if it
Mhm.
even occurs to him.
Mhm.
So let me see. Go with your thing, Jeffrey. I have to look up 2 pages.
Yeah, no, I got like the page of swords. So the ace of swords, the ace of swords could be like the cutout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a new idea and stuff, but sometimes the ace of swords has that energy of slash, or like I cut it out, I cut you out, right? And I don't know what the thing is with you with the weird stuff, but it might have had something to do with money and business. That's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
But now he really wants to plant the seed. He really wants to plant the seed of like it'll grow
Mm-hmm.
almost in the next life, or like make things good in the garden, in his own garden, in your garden. That's what he
Mm-hmm.
wants. This she's really very, very she's very nurturing and loving. She's kind of Mother
Mm-hmm.
Earth, and she's very practical. So there's a practicality to it. He really wants to make peace. So I don't know if it's really, I don't know if I would reach out to him, but I would maybe, if, maybe this is a suggestion, like sit with yourself and say, and see actually if you're willing to make peace. And it's like, okay, I'm willing to make peace. I'm willing to leave things behind. I'm willing to like make everything right again, and then see what happens. I don't know if you're making the phone calls the thing. I'm not. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, he wants it to be fertile and abundant and free flowing. That's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
wants it to at
yeah,
peace. Yeah.
what I have is we have been together in dreams, and this is the first card, and it says when you are dreaming, and I can more easily connect with you. That's why you've been feeling my presence in your sleep. Sometimes we fully remember our dreams connections. Other times We have a sense that we were together, but no clear memory. These experiences are very real. Your soul is traveling while you dream, and I meet
Hmm.
you in similar vibrational level where we
Hmm.
can talk, share, and heal. These dreams are connections that make me happy as they do you. I'm delighted to help you understand the meaning of our conversations. And then this is a spooky card considering the scenario she handed us. It says, I'm here helping you. And this is how this card reads. I'm not technically an angel. I don't think he's dead yet, but I am acting like one to you. Our spiritual growth continues, even though I can no longer deal with the physical burdens of our lives together. One way that I grow is through loving and service to others, and that includes you. So many times in during my life, I've acted selfishly, misguided belief that there wasn't enough of this or that around, so I competed with others, and that included you. To It was to get my ego and my own physical needs met, irregardless of what happened.
Hmm.
Now I begin to realize the colossal waste of time and energy that was. So I am balancing our old selfish ways with my new improved energy, that they are completely focused on selfless giving. When you accept my gifts, you allow me to accomplish this. You are therefore giving back to me as you learn to grow about our relationship. So I don't think he's saying, give me a call and it's going to all be good, but some clear work on your own part about really forgiving them and saying, okay, I'm just going to move on, you move on, and we're all going to be fine. But something, I clearly get the impression something's happening around him, not his own death, but someone else passing away. Okay.
Yeah, I actually, there's a meditation that I have available, and it's called, what the hell is it called? Something about shifting the script or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit in meditation and bring somebody in that you've had a problem with, that they could be alive or dead actually,
Mm-hmm.
and you surround them in light and see them happy, and you let them go.
Mm-hmm.
It's very powerful, and it's available on my website. It's called either shifting the script or changing the narrative or something to that effect. You think I know the name of it, but I don't.
Well, you do
Anyway, it's
one.
a guided meditation, and it's very powerful. You could use it, for more than one person.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I have brothers I don't speak with, and I think the universe knows that it wants them to have skin while they're still living on this planet, so that they don't come near me. So you're not alone in feeling isolated. And this is a lady that we saw dying young on a farm. Love animals, rescue foster cats. I want to be surrounded by trees. So we hit your number on the head.
sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
can't
Jeff.
tell you how nurturing, so I have that garden upstairs, and I have flowers and I have cactus and this and that. And I go and I talk to them every day. And I always say, you grow as I grow as you grow, you grow. And then to just watch it every day. So I have like tiny little rosebuds coming up. They're really small. And today I was looking and I was like, oh, it's a little red. It's a little red. I was like, whoa.
I know. It's like watching your kids grow. Oh, they found their face with their fist. How cool.
And some of them are just like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
going crazy, getting really big. It's really nice. It
And
really helps me.
Jeffrey lives in central Mexico, so he gets to see stuff many of you further north than I don't get to see it all. But anyway, and
The
here's a
flower
nice.
market here is unbelievable. I saw flowers that I've never seen before in my life. It's like,
Mm-hmm,
what is that thing?
mm-hmm.
It's
This
really
is
cool.
an. I'm going to let myself get a compliment. I did a past life for Linda. She said it was so enlightening, and again, heartfelt, heartfelt thanks, and thank you for garden interpretations. I'll be able to read when I get old enough. Okay. Okay, this is another sort of serious one. What do you see for my health issues I'm working on in 2024? Arthritis, weight, blood pressure, pre-diabetes. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to lay 3 tarot cards and pull an oracle card from Power of Surrender. But let me get if I can find my cards. Where did I put them?
Okay. Well, you have to take action.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about taking action and moving forward with the action, no matter what's going on. It's like, well, I don't really feel like going on the diet today. I don't really feel it's like you got to keep on pressing on. You got to keep on pressing on. And not
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, well, I was really good. And today, no. You establish something. You have to really establish new rituals, new ways of doing things, a new organization. That's the key, to be really tenacious and really serious and establish. It's like, this is what I do on Monday from 2 to 4, and that's that, and nothing comes in the way of that.
It's
Like
a
that's
job.
yeah, it's a job. It's a job. It's a job.
Okay. Yeah, you know you're down to the wire. You got the judgment card, and you have not planted your seeds wisely. I know this scenario. There's part of you that doesn't really feel comfortable going to a new life, but you do want to make these endings, and you do. You actually have two very good cards on both sides, and this tells the story in between. You've had some sort of crisis that's really pushing you across. You haven't planted well in the past. As a matter of fact, if anything, you've run away from what could have gone right in the past. But you're finished with your old self now. You need to sever yourself from your old self and your old solutions to problems and get a new plan and make that your new life. And that's a new way going forward. And Melody, you have my complete sympathy. Before COVID, started doing a diet and I lost 125 pounds, got down to 199. It was in 2020 when I first started my channel, and I actually did a whole show on it about getting to 199. And I was 199.9, but it was 199. It had a 1 on the front of it, and I hadn't seen that in so long. The hardest part, and for people who have never been overweight and close enough to being pre-diabetic and stuff, as you change your diet, your body lets go of the toxins and you feel so awful, and you're like, going on where I was can't be as bad as this. But I can tell you, dear, I put 20 on again, but that's from the stress of running a channel, I swear. But I'm trying a new way. I'm trying intermittent fasting, and I'm going to tell you that you will be so happy with yourself when you finish this, when you get past the pain of the process. And people think, oh, well, if you're getting better, why aren't you getting better? Well, you have to kind of get the toxins out. And I cannot tell you when I realized I didn't have that strain anymore, what a difference it made. And what you have to surrender for this process, it says to surrender to the what is instead of, and it says, flow with the what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change the situation compassionately, accepting it as exactly as it is will bring you peace, which means once you say, okay, get rid of the daydreams, the what ifs, the what could have, would have, should have, and this is where I am, and really look at where you are, and surrender to rest and peace. And then to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time, peaceful, deep, rejuvenating activities of body, mind, and spirit. And I'll tell you, when you finally kind of get detoxified and you get into the pattern of good food and living a balanced life, you'll sleep 8-9 hours a night without the snap of your fingers. That's when I know I'm getting out of whack. It's when I can't sleep anymore. So you're going to get to the point where you can surrender to sleep. And I was so totally, I don't know what method you're using. I know what it is. I don't even yell at people that use meds to do this. And I'm not a big med person. Like, I don't take any. But whatever you can do to start to get your body under control is what you need to do, because you lose your body, kids. I can tell you, after my fall a couple weeks ago, it's tough picking it up and getting going again. Let's see. Okay, the hourglass, you didn't do what I said, which is put it in caps. What do I see for your health? And your doctor's running all sorts of tests. So I'm not going to predict what he's going to find. I'm just going to predict. Well, usually when I read about health, I read whether you're working with the right people and you're headed in the right path. So I tell you what, you're better to have doctor order your tests than to not order them when they think they need them. And that was one who do that. Hourglass and her doctor and the tests. I'm going to look for the middle outcome here. Oh, it's going to elude them for a while. This is a doctor. This is a test. This is somebody poking at you all the time. The Wheel of Fortune, did your symptoms show up in October? I get a feeling it's October 10 weeks ago. And you're concerned about money with regards to this. Don't be. No, they're looking, they're searching. They still don't know. And I think it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks before they're going to finally circle in and figure out what it is. But I don't feel bad stuff about this. I think you need to quit worrying about how it's going to get paid for and just deal with it. What you get, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I mean, I really get the pause card. I get like, have to sit and wait and like, there's an energy almost of a meditation in this card. It's this energy of like, he put himself on the tree. So he sacrifices himself to himself. It's like, I need to stop and wait and pause and see and sit until something gets clear. And there's no timeline on this card. I mean, it's kind of an odd card. But then I get like, once you get that, you'll know what to do and how to move forward, right? And you could get a lot of different messages, but overall, you'll know what to do, and community is going to help you. So there might be people around you that have been in a similar situation, and they'll know how to support you and love you and comfort you and maybe give you ideas and bring you healing and bring you hope. And so I feel like maybe that's part of the lesson. Maybe part of the lesson, this is what I'm getting now. Maybe part of the lesson, because he's sort of isolated, right? It's like, oh, I could take care of it on myself. I have my own strategy. I'll figure it out on my own. And then I feel like there's going to be people around who said, let me help you with that. Let me share my experience with you. Let me make you a cake. Let me, whatever it is. And you have to let that in, because that's really part of living here. Okay. That's, part of being here, allowing others to, show up and take care of you. And
why reinvent the wheel if someone's already figured it out?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I think the outcome's going to be fine at the end. But it's not saying it's going to be easy or anything else. Okay, one more quick question, and then Jeffrey and I are going to wrap it up. What do my guides want me to know? I'm going to pull from the surrender deck for you. Our guides are always saying, give this up, give that up. Go here, go there. I see Engla and Dr. Gail are in the thing. Dr. Gail's show is Saturday. And her channel is Skywalking with Moon. So for those of you who have health and energy and want intergalactic stuff, that's the best place to go.
Wow.
Oh, cool. What you want to go, Jeffrey? You're doing wow. So.
Yeah, I got the King of Swords. So it's like you're going to get really, really clear. And then I got the Star.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So like there's a new energy, a new hope, a new enthusiasm, a new inspiration coming through. And like you're being fed by Dr. Gail. If this isn't the ET card, I don't know what is. So this is like, you're getting information from the stars These are the Pleiades. You're getting information from the stars as to how to rebalance yourself and let go of the anxiety. Let go of the anxiety. I think this is what goes on with all of us, and because I feel like so many more people are becoming intuitive and stuff, and getting messages, and like, oh, it couldn't be so, it couldn't be so, and no, no, no. It's like, yeah, it could be, yeah, it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Queen of Swords. Let go of the past, move forward into the future, into like the bright future that you want for yourself.
Right.
That's what the King and the Queen. Wow.
Oh, that'll do it. What
Yeah.
I got is surrender to the wisdom of your body. And that means listening to what your body's telling you. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, continue. If you feel energized with love, move forward. So they're telling you you've got all the power every time you just walk around within you. You just need to learn how to use it. That's kind of it. I just want to remind everybody we got some good comments back on the people we read saying we were spot on. The lady who separated from her family, part of the family took the family inheritance and went on a long cruise and burnt it up. It's usually money. I tell you, when people say, "Oh, I just had someone die," oh, I know it's going to be awful. Gigi's here. Gigi's in your old hometown. And but I really want to thank everybody who's being here. And if you would like to learn how to read tarot, Jeffrey and I teach it in a way that's practical, usable for you. If nothing else, it'll educate you enough so that you can follow what we're doing sometimes, and also learn who's not doing it. I'm not saying they're doing it the wrong way, but I'm saying they're not doing it the right way for you. But really, the most important thing you learn from it is self-knowledge. You learn which cards resonate with you. And when we do teach tarot, we teach all the conventional sort of who, what, where, when, why. We also spend a day or a little bit more sometimes on past life and how to tune into that energy. And when we're teaching that, we're teaching you how to tune into it. So we would both love to invite you. And I just realized I haven't changed my camera for a minute here. So you can see my sparkling face. There it is. And Jeffrey, yes, this is so exciting. And I'm still doing personal readings. Jeffrey's doing personal readings. You go to my website, which I featured earlier, and you can find everything that you ever wanted to order from me at www.crystal. And we're going to get rid of Pixie.
And I do healing and energy work as well. And I also, there's another thing that I offer where you have a tarot reading and we come up with a meditation for you. Like I would kind of channel a meditation for you. And then I send you the MP4 so you could use it all the time. Because I meditate every day and have been for many years. And it really, really makes an enormous difference. An enormous difference. It's like the difference between, in a way, having a good breakfast or not. It just sets the tone for everything. That's why I do it. Not like, oh, I'm so spiritual. It's like I do it because I want to remain sane.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, we're really glad everyone came today. And we will, like I said, the class starts the 23rd of January. You can go find out all the particulars. Our readings are always, and we look forward to doing things with you. I'm fading, guys. I'm going to sleep, so I'm going to cut this.
We like teaching too. We like to teach.
Oh yeah,
that makes a difference. We like doing it.
We put it off for a long time because I always taught in person, and I never tried it electronically, and I found out it works.
Yeah.
So, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the world's longest end.